What's next? This one. Bot is asking, hi, with the recent arrays and prices using H.264, H.264 codecs being a few people's minds recently by a moving picture experts group, how does your MP4 support work for those formats? Is it in a way that you don't have to pay MPEG usage for Resonate? If not, do the new prices worry about future videos in Resonate? So it's pretty much like in a way like where you don't kind of have to worry about it, because the primary way is, through, we essentially don't implement the encoder, we don't have encoders at all. We don't implement decoders ourselves. By default, it can actually come from an operating system, and the operating system is the one that, ends up paying the fees. So it's kind of handled by third party, because we're not doing like a direct integration. It is definitely worrisome though, personally, I kind of don't like, closed codecs, especially ones that have, fees like this, because they can endanger companies, and, they kind of make everything harder for everyone. And exchange formats, they should be open. I tend to, prefer those a lot more. It's actually, funnily enough, it's another reason, we actually don't have good MP3 format support, because the format was covered by patents for so long. There's actually really good open source libraries for C# for it. We tried a few, but they would work okay, but then they would explode on files or crash. So we had to kind of drop it. In comparison, for example, OGG Vorbis or Opus, which are fully open source and open formats, they're very well supported because they're open, not encumbered by patents and licensing fees. So there's a lot of really good implementations, even for different languages like C#. There's also one that the AV1 codec that I'm kind of hoping the industry is gonna move to, because I feel like with H.264 and especially H.265, because they increased the fees, it kind of killed its adoption heavily, and it's pushing even big companies, I feel into more open formats. So that's kind of I think it's in a way a good thing. We need more open formats.
Yeah, my GPU actually supports AV1 encode in the hardware.
Yeah.
And I also will say, OGG Vorbis and Opus, they kind of sound better than MP3 at the same file sizes.
Oh, it does. There has been a lot of studies, like blind listening studies, and Vorbis pretty much beats MP3 in every way. Either for the same bitrate, you get better subjective quality, or you get the same subjective quality for much lower bitrate. And then Opus brings it even further. So it's I feel like nowadays you'd be very hard pressed to even want to use MP3. If you have stuff that already is an MP3, it's gonna make sense, but I don't think it makes much sense to use that format anymore. Even oh jeez, that was so long ago. When I was a kid, I had a portable player, dedicated MP3 music player, and it supported Vorbis even back then. And nowadays, everything pretty much should support it. So I don't think there's too many reasons you'd want to use the format.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Oh, this is a big one. This one's from Josh. Hope this is legible enough on the stream.